And good morning, good day, Guardians. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing okay. Leave a comment if you're not, or if you are, or why, or whatever. Let's get some engagement for a change. But I'm going to talk about bounties to get right into it. I'm going to try to make this be a short video. I'm not going to talk about what bounties are or what they're used for. Everybody who's playing this game, who's here right now, knows what these are for and what they're used for. I will tell you what I do bounties for right now. I do the weekly 8 bounties per vendor to get Bright Dust. I do not play bounties for any other reasons. And I've discovered that actually over the last 2, maybe 3 years of playing this game without the drive for leaderboards or trophies or anything else like that, I have found out that bounties are, for the most part, pretty fucking useless. First of all, why do we need bounties? If you're playing the playlist activity, you're going to get rewards anyway, and these rewards are so much better than any what bounty can give you. Bounties don't progress your reputation. Playing the game progresses your reputation. That's how the game works. That's what they were trying to do for us. So no, outside of the initial Bright Dust earning that I can get at the start of a reset, I don't play bounties. And I'll tell you why. This is what the point of the video is. They tilt you. They interfere with the flow of the game and the task. See, I am a task-driven individual. I've always been. Give me a task, and I am happy for it. I'm on my happy little way to complete that task. That's what I want to do. Unless, of course, I'm feeling particularly sociopathic and lazy, in which case I'll just say, fuck off, I'm going to do my own thing, and your task can get done whenever I feel like it needs to be done. And so when I get into Gambit, I have a certain list of tasks I need to do. My priorities, first and foremost, my priorities is keep the bank open, keep my teammates alive as much as possible, and take out as many ads as possible. I'm not concerned about banking moats. Somebody else is going to pick those moats up and bank them. So they're going to want to do that because that's part of their leaderboard. I'm not concerned about the invader unless I've got more than 20 to 30 moats on the map running around. Then I concern myself with the invader. Although if I am in range and I have line of sight and I have the opportunity, yes, of course, definitely I will take out the invader. If it is getting close to the end game, they've got a primeval, I'm not going to invade until at least 30% of that primeval's health is gone. There's no point in invading before then because they're not even fucking focusing on the primeval. They're taking out the emissary so they can get primeval slayer bonuses. So all of this is going on in my head and when I play Gambit, and it's a strategy that has proven itself to be very valuable to my meta. And that's a disclaimer, I know, but I'm saying objectively, your priority should be keeping that bank clear and making sure you're offering some cover fire for your friends who have got more than 10 moats on them. Anybody under 10 moats, that's okay. If they're going to die, they're going to die. You're going to lose upwards of 9 moats perhaps, but it's all right. I hate to sound like an asshole, but it's true. If you've got 10 moats or more on you, you've got my protection as best as I can provide versus anybody else. You only got 4 people playing. That means it's you and 3 others you got to be watching. At least one of those dipshits is probably going to be focusing on a bounty. Maybe all 3 of them will be. And this is what my point is. Bounties get in the way of gameplay. You get too wrapped up with completing the bounty. And why are you doing the bounty? Is it for the glimmer? Is it for the XP? There's no point in it because the loot's actually pretty trash too. You're going to end up with about 3 weapon parts at the end of that bounty. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get 3 weapon parts, a handful of glimmer, and maybe some XP for that. And that's it. And if you're a meta grinder, then that's fine. I mean, if that's how you enjoy, if playing bounties is what gets you motivated to play, that's okay. But I'm telling you, it gets in the way of the play. It's kind of like, I want to buy a reduced calorie loaf of bread. The slices are 10% smaller than normal, and the package is therefore 10% smaller than normal, but you're paying 20% more pricing. You see what I'm saying? You're paying more for less. When you're completing bounties, when you're focusing on just getting the bounties done, you're not focusing on the gameplay. You're not producing and completing, the task. And like I said, the task is basically making sure the bank is clear, and keeping your teammates with 10 motes or more alive long enough for them to get to the bank. And when you've got 10 motes or more, just get to the bank. Yeah, no, everybody loves it when it goes thud as it hits the table when you drop a large blocker on the map. But guess what? Large blockers come down just as easily as small blockers. And guess what? Small blockers shield other blockers. I've actually seen games where 4 small blockers basically daisy chained along with their shields, shielding each other. I mean, it was fucking insane. It was fucking insane. It fucked us so hard. It was unbelievable. We did not win that match. We did not win that match. And I was like, oh my God, that was a mind-opening moment for me when it came to the meta of this game. Also, you want to get as many... Oh, see what I'm talking about? Look, there you go. Yeah, see? I was over here jawing along. What did I not do? Yeah, I didn't fucking focus on the blockers. Where's everybody else? I don't know. They're probably out there fucking getting motes to replace the 20 that we just lost because we had 4 fucking blockers on the bank. Yep. This is just it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They're off fucking fulfilling a bounty. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So there you go. The whole concept as to why we don't need these kinds of bounties in the game. And instead, we should have rivals. If it's a playlist, Crucible, or it's a Gambit game, we should have rivals. In other words, somebody on the other team is your rival. In Gambit, this is fantastic, because what it'll do is it'll get people focused on getting the bank clear, getting the portal open, and getting across the map to kill that rival. And maybe you don't get a rival this turn. Maybe you don't need a rival this round. The rival is randomly selected. Maybe it could be selected by whoever's on the top board. You know, whoever's historically the better player, objectively. You know, like say for instance, if I had the highest Gambit ranking of the 4 of us on this map, then I would be the target for the enemy team. They have to take me out. Okay? They have to take me. I'm going to die. You're going to die too, my friend. Don't come to res me, please. Oh, let's see that. Poor choices. I bet he was happy, man. He wiped us all out. He is a protagonist. We should just bow to his glory. Or hers. No, it's hard to say. There's high value target. He's also a priority. Not just because of all his bounties. Ooh, I'll just do this then. Fuck it. I don't waste my ammo. I got 5 motes off of that bonus. Whatever. And here we go again. See, they're not... These guys, these opponents are clever. They're smart. They know what they're doing. They're not dropping unless they got a small blocker with that team, because that small blocker is going to be all the difference. Come on. You probably can hear my fucking poor controller suffering over here right now. And I should probably mix up my blade attacks. I should probably take melee off of it. Okay, we're going to give it 30 seconds. You better do something about it, man. I'm going to watch that kill scroll. Where are we going here? Back to the... Okay, never mind. Use the teleporters. They are there for so many reasons. Anyway, so instead of having bounties, have targets. Whoever the highest ranking player is in that match, he is the bounty. If he's on your team, you get credit for, you get extra points for protecting him. Because like in Crucible, so-and-so defended so-and-so. And most times that's, so-and-so's defends Artist Poet, me. So if you've got, or avenges, so you get more points for defending them, you get some points for avenging them. Because the whole point is that whichever player ends up being the bounty or the rival, they're worth a lot. Okay, and now this will do a lot of things to the game. This will do balancing. This will be internal balancing, which is something that every game developer wants. When you've got a general population such as this, you want some internal balancing. This is why good game designs like Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer 40,000 are so, they're good games, they're fun games. They have their issues, but overall they are balanced games because they have internal balancing because it's the players themselves that will determine the balance. So if you are, Mr. Slayer Kill It All, then obviously you're going to become a target. You're everybody's target. You're a rival. I think player bounties should be the only bounties that are existing because when you do a strike, that is the bounty. You don't need to get finishers. You don't need to get grenade kills. You don't need to get melee kills. You don't need to get sword kills. You don't need to get pulse rifle kills. Why the fuck is Zavala and Shax and fucking Drifter Eugene handing out fucking weapon bounties when the gunsmith does it every fucking day? Every fucking day. And I think honestly, if the additional bounties that the gunsmith that has, the 3,000 glimmer bounties, if he actually provided bright dust for those bounties, people would pick them up, and they are challenging. And the reason why they're challenging, thank you, sir. I hope you do something more than what my super could have done. And the reason why they're more challenging is that you can't die with those. You gotta do those kills without dying. And I know Bungie's upset about the fact that Lost Sectors just aren't drawing in the crowds anymore like they used to, because most people who are interested in those supers, those exotics, have already gotten those exotics and therefore not going into Lost Sectors at all. Legendary Lost Sectors might be a clout thing, but that's about it. I mean, and the people who are pursuing clout, sectors for clout are already consuming the whole of the game for clout. That's their whole drive, and that's their play. But for those of us who don't give a rip, yeah, Lost Sectors are not drawing it in. But now, if you have Gunsmith calibration quests, and you have and then the additional 3,000 glimmer bounties, provide you with bright dust. I know people chase bright dust. I chase bright dust. In fact, after my first week's worth of play, I get those 8 bounties cleared for the vendor and get my bright dust lump. The only time I ever pick up any more bounties from any of the vendors is to get more bright dust. Fortunately, the shop was pretty lame. I don't care about that. It's something I do in real life, so why would I want to do it in a game? I don't. That's an ugly ornament. I don't care about any of this shit. None of this shit up here is worth it to me. None of this is. I'm sorry, but it's me. That's just that's me. That's my. Objectively, though, I will tell you this: cosmetics are crap. Don't waste your fucking glimmer on them. Don't waste your silver on them. Don't waste your real world money on them. And bounties are worthless. They don't progress your rank. The only reason why you're doing these activities is to progress your rank, or you might be chasing some kind of thing here. One of these things, these challenges. This is enough. This is enough. This is already enough in there. And then you're adding daily bounties. It's like, no. I do think, it's like I said, putting on having a rival, is having somebody who's, like, for instance, if we take a look at this board here, okay, A Team 207, if he stays in the lobby, he could very easily become, she could very easily become, I don't want to be, I don't want to, what's the word? Not insensitive. I don't want to presume anything. Anyway, A team over here could definitely become the target. On our team, we get credit for keeping them alive. And on this team, they get credit for taking them out. That means more people are going to be invading. That means more people are going to be interested in banking modes, which means the game mode is going to go faster. You can get more cycling going on. If all you're doing is bounties, and no one cares about invading, unless, of course, it's a bounty, it just gets in the way. It just gets in the way. So my solution to bounties is set up rivals, or you could have, everybody here is a rival for everybody here, and vice versa, and that's what you do. It says your rival, like for instance, I'm here, okay, so my performance shows about 18. My rival would more than likely be Tata 2. Your rival is Tata 2 1. That could be on your screen. Your rival is Tata 2-1. Well, what does that mean? That means if my rival kills me, they're going to get extra points. If I kill them, I'll get extra points. So when they invade, I know they're looking for me. What am I going to do? I'm going to fucking ghost out. What are these three guys going to do? They're going to try to fucking protect me. Team awareness, group play. This is, map knowledge, team awareness, enemy knowledge, map knowledge, team awareness, and group play. That is what Bungie's core drives are. That's their aesthetic. That when they say making games we like to play, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about. Map awareness, enemy knowledge, group play, and teamwork. That's situational awareness. Juggling 15 things at once. That's what they like to do. You don't need to do that to play this game and enjoy it. I have been playing pretty much without the concept of bounties. And honestly, I have to say, although this match was pretty damn sad, 49 combatants murdered, 2 guardians down, I lost a fuck ton of motes, only banked 18, killed 6 blockers. I did that. My total damage output was only 195 towards the primeval, that is. My damage percentile is 8%. That's all that's tied up in here. But my efficiency is 100%. In spite of my numbers, and so even look at Spider-Ron here. Spider-Ron, he only banked 5. He lost 45. 49 down, 5 blockers out. And guess what? That's what the efficiency counts here. The efficiency is counting combatants versus how well you kept that bank open. And look at these guys. You can see right here. I don't think anybody here was thinking about a bounty. I don't think anybody here was thinking about that. Or if they were thinking about a bounty, they picked a bounty that was going to match this game. And this is what I'm going to be saying is that the one thing that matches all game modes, except for Vanguard, is having an actual player bounty. If you want bounties in the game, have it be a player. You want that rivalry, you set it up with a rival. That's the way you do it. This is probably something I need to take care of. Anyway, kids. I wanted to do this real fast. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. Every one of Eugene's bounties here fits with Gambit. But this one ties you down to one particular thing. Don't take it. This fits with Gambit. You want to get envoys so you can kill them. And you want to kill the envoys so you get Primeval Slayer to kill the Primeval and win the game. This doesn't finish the game. What you're looking for are your win cons. This is not a win condition. This is not a win condition. This puts you at risk. This makes you get closer to enemies that are typically going to be grouped up and ready to fucking double shot you ass. They're gonna gangbang your shit, and you're gonna be gone. There's no to that. You don't want this because this limits you to an ability you may not be proficient in. I mean, I know a lot of people who suck at playing solar of all kinds of in all classes. I actually am pretty okay with solar. I'm comfortable with solar. I suck in arc. I suck with void. So I stay in solar. So I could probably pick this up and it'd be no problem because I run solar anyway. But this is definitely you're going to want to do this. You're going to want to do this because that's extra modes. However, this guy, this high value target, he does kind of get in the way of progress because when he hits the map, instead of guarding the bank, taking out an invader, or protecting your teammate who has 15 motes on them while they're selfishly trying to run around and get more because they don't realize they have 15 motes, while you're doing the high value target, all that shit's going down the shitter. You don't want to do this. This is what I'm talking about. If you're going to pick bounties, pick something that's going to integrate naturally with your activity and your performance in the game. Now, you don't have a choice with this. It's a gamble. That's where the gotcha game factor comes in here, where the casino comes in here. There's a protagonist. The protagonist is the player or the team that is destined to win the game. I could point out the protagonist in about 3 minutes in any activity. I'm not kidding. Even in strikes. Even in a strike, even a so-called team-based activity that's co-op, I can tell you which of the three of us is going to be the protagonist. I can do that. In about 3 minutes, I can tell you who's the person that's going to get the top board. I don't know. I'm not a betting person. I don't take this. I don't have any interest in gambling, but it's just something I can tell. And because I have that awareness, I then adjust my tactics and my strategies to support that. I lean into that. I lean into the protagonist because it means two things. It means, one, I get to play the game and I get to call out the Emperor's new clothes. Two, it makes the match, it makes the encounter, it makes the activity go faster and I can get onto something else if I want to. Because that's how I like to play. I want to do it and get it done. Task-driven individual here. With additional bounties, you take a chance. You roll the dice. This is the second aspect of a game. It's the casino, the gambling. Everything is gamified because it's a game. Give me a break. Let's find out what this is. What do we got here? Grenade gambles. Okay, I throw grenades, but I don't want to have to waste effort doing that. Guardian gamble. I'm just going to grab all these here so you can see. Which of these am I actually going to keep? Because Glimmer's fucking cheap, dude. I'm not going to do that one. I play with a scout rifle anyway, so it doesn't matter. I play with sidearms. That's great. I play with pulse rifles. That's great. I got to defeat Guardians anyway. Pretty sure this one is actually one of the few team-based ones. So I would guess that in about 3 matches, I might be able to get all of these done in about 3 to 4 matches. If I was digging in for the afternoon and playing Gambit to get to rank 16 so I can get my exotic engram, because that's what this is all about. And I'm real close. I'm real close. Look at that. I only have to play, I think maybe one more match. Win one match and I'm there. Bad luck to anybody who fucking gets on my team because the game's going to make me do 2 matches. And I would play it through, but actually I'm going to go take a break. And yeah, I don't want to run this video past 30 minutes. I think I'm pretty close to that. So anyway, go ahead and play it through. Try my perspective a little bit. See what you think about it. See if it works for you. See if it's changing something about you. Because I know this late in the season, a lot of us are experiencing burnout. And this is one of the things that I do to basically keep that from happening. Because it comes down to playing what's fun in the game for you. And if it's fun for you, and you're not being a complete dick to everybody else, then by all means go fucking do it. By all means go ahead and do it. But, and if you're fortunate to be somebody who has enough friends that anytime you get on there's someone to play with their friends. Play with them. Have fun with them. Do your thing. And, I guess just enjoy yourselves. And that's all I got to share for now. Thanks for stopping by.